I'm too self-absorbed. This comment was relayed to me last year, twice in the same month. One by a family member, and then one by someone that I kind of looked up to. But eventually I ended up getting kicked out of their Discord because I was just like kind of spam promoting my fitness journey and my self-improvement journey in the form of shorts, you know. They had a dead Discord, but it was clear my intentions of trying to get people who care about my journey, get people who care about, root for me. But why should they? Transformation doesn't happen every night when you're posting content, even if it is great, onto someone else's platform every single day, and you're like clogging up the channels, not allowing them to have a proper decent conversation, but only talking about yourself, only having everyone's eyes fixated on you, then what they said was true. And I thought at a certain point that I have to be self-obsessed, I have to have like this narcissistic personality to get to where I wanted. But it's recently through, if you've been watching my videos, maybe you're new to the channel, but it's recently through sobriety, especially going down the benzodiazepine rabbit hole, that I've had just this huge mental shift. A mental shift in what I truly value in life. And it's not chasing vanity, it's not these inflated numbers on social media about people that don't really know you, don't really care about you. Because at the time, I was trying to become some sort of like fitness influencer, or at least get people invested in my self-improvement journey and my fitness journey. But at the end of the day, there are thousands of people that are stronger than me, better looking than me physically, and whether they are natural or not, it doesn't matter. Like, there's a lot of juiced up people in the fitness industry taking whatever supplements, saying they're natty. But the kind of physique that I wanted to achieve, in the amount of time that I want to achieve it, there was no way on earth that I could achieve that sort of physique if I were to be completely natural. And for someone with my mental health struggles, if you've been a follower of the channel, I've had my ups and downs, I'm a roller coaster. Surprised that I'm not actually clinically bipolar. It would make a lot more sense and make my life easier, but that's not the case. I cannot take exogenous testosterone because I have an addictive personality. Last year I thought about going to a TRT clinic and starting testosterone replacement therapy to get my levels to an optimal level, because I live in Bangkok, Thailand, where steroids are very accessible and legal. There are multiple clinics here that will aid you in testosterone replacement therapy, and if you want to go further, they have packages for your first cycle, so everything will be doctor monitored. You have blood work once a month. They make sure that you take blood work before you even get on any of these substances to make sure that you hit all your blood markers and everything's fine with your body, and then depending on the doctor's orders, you will start your first cycle. But am I in the right state of mind to take steroids, to take exogenous testosterone, or was I just doing this for validation, for social media, to make quicker results in a faster amount of time and not truly put in the work, not truly lock into my diet, to my routine, to my journey? I was just looking for shortcuts at the end of the day so that I could get more views on social media, so I could have a more impressive Instagram, so I could have more followers on TikTok, which would hopefully translate into more followers for my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is not fitness orientated. I even thought about creating a fitness channel separately on my YouTube, where I would just make gym vlogs, and then I would talk about my start with taking exogenous testosterone, and I would go into detail about the amount of substances I'm taking and the amount of testosterone I'm taking when I started, and I would track that. But at the end of the day, with my mentality right now, that would be the worst decision. I think to take exogenous testosterone, to take steroids, to take any performance enhancing drugs, you have to be in a good place mentally, otherwise they're going to wreck your life. And I'm 27 years old, so it's not like my test levels are low. It's not like I need exogenous testosterone. Even the doctor when I was discussing to him about it, what about exogenous testosterone, he said he would not recommend it to me because my levels are normal for a man my age. That unless I wanted to become a bodybuilder, he really wouldn't recommend it for me because there are some long-term consequences, and it's not like, oh, you just do one cycle. It doesn't really work that way, right? If I were to hop on exogenous testosterone, and then I would maybe have to go through a post-cycle therapy, or then all this and that, it just would be detrimental to my health, in my opinion. And for me, personally, if I were to take testosterone, and that would be like, for me, opening Pandora's box. If it did have beneficial impact in my life, if I was recovering faster, if I was making muscle gains slightly faster, if I was able to do more in the gym in terms of cardio and lifting weights and not feel as tired and fatigued and feel like more of a go-getter, that would have just opened Pandora's box, and I would have eventually headed down the road of steroids, and I would have probably taken everything under the sun to get the physique that I wanted, which would have led to a whole host of health problems. And not only that, but it would further exacerbate my mental health problems, because if I open that door right now at this age, I think I'm still way too mentally immature to be able to truly handle that. I would just be on a constant state, on a constant cycle, never wanting to come off, never wanting to come down and lose that muscle mass, lose that physique. So what I've said to myself now is that if I ever do want to take exogenous testosterone, if I ever do want to take PEDs, that's only going to be that's only going to be like 7 years from now. I'm going to train naturally until I hit my natty peak, but I'm going to wait until I'm older and see where my life's at and see where my values are at, because so far through this last benzodiazepine spiral, which negatively impacted me, I was also taking kratom at the time. Story for another day, or if you guys want to watch my previous videos on that, you're more than welcome to. But it's through that I've really realized that the best thing for me is to just stay off social media, stop these social comparisons to all these other fitness influencers who are crazy jacked, who are in like the top 1% of people in terms of having that physique. Like, yes, they've put in the work, but mainly they've been at it for a number of years already. There's no use for me playing catch up. There's no use comparing my journey to someone else's. And was that really what I wanted for myself, to spend hours and hours in the gym? I mean, yes, I spend quite a lot of time in the gym when I go, because now I've started doing 1 hour of cardio, and then I spend around 45 minutes to an hour lifting. Sometimes a little bit longer, sometimes I like to do extra reps or extra exercises that are outside of my training schedule. But that only just makes my body a little bit more fatigued. If I just stay disciplined and just do what I need to do on a week-by-week basis, then as the weeks go by, I can incrementally change it. But sometimes I'm of the mindset that, if I do more, I'm going to achieve faster results. But that's not necessarily the way it works. Sometimes you just have to show up, you just have to rest, you just have to do what you want. The only reason I'm doing like an hour of cardio on top of my lifting is because I kind of want to slim down and try and get more of that athletic build that I had when I was snowboarding, when I was in my when I was 19 through early 20s, which I'll talk about in another video, but that's not really relevant to this one. Because at one point I was trying to become an athlete, but I'm gonna save that for another video. I don't want to go too much into detail about my life. It just goes to show that deleting Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Discord has been one of the most beneficial things that I've done this year. I deleted all those accounts last year before the end of New Year's. It's been one of the best decisions that I've made for this year. I deleted everything before the start of the year. But unfortunately, I did re-download Discord and I did re-log into my old account last Thursday. Then I made one fitness post, or I made a few fitness posts ready to go. I was going to do a 1 day comparison for 30 days, 30-day transformation. But I found myself getting back into the same negative loop habits, and I could like feel myself slipping back into the same mindset that I used to be in when I was like posting fucking daily TikToks. It was just a mess, bro. It was just a waste of time at the end of the day. And I feel like a 30-month transformation, if I really want to film a 30-month transformation, I will film myself on day one, like my body, and then I'll just film myself on the last day. And that's all it really takes. I don't need to film my workouts, which I used to do quite a bit. I used to film every single workout, and then I used to make a little like 6 or 7 minute short form edit about that. But at the end of the day, now the gym has just become my like sanctity, where I listen to podcasts, where I listen to music. The stress of not having to film myself after at the last set has just been so much of a blessing, because it like keeps me more grounded, keeps me more present in the gym. And it's kind of cringe because I'm not moving exactly the heaviest of weights, right? Like, yes, I am kind of physically fit now, especially since I started the 1+ hours of cardio. Every week I'm getting fitter. Every week I'm being able to do more aerobic exercise, but that's besides the point. So the problem this entire time has been me, but I never wanted to really accept that. And I think my mental health and all that I want to achieve was exacerbated by like social media. Oh, I want to become a fitness influencer. Oh, and this and that. Did I really want to become a fitness influencer though? Or was it the accolades, the fame, the money, the sponsorships that I wanted? Do I love the gym? Yes, but I don't want to be doing something only to reach an end goal of, oh, I want to become a fitness influencer, oh, I want to do this or that. I mean, if I truly want to become a fitness influencer, the best way for me, at least at this age, to get there, 27 years old, would be to take PEDs. But that's not something that I'm willing to mess with, at least for this time of my life. Like I said, 5 years from now, 6 years from now, 7 years from now, when I have hit my natty peak, once I have everything else dialed in, like my diet, my sleep routine, my workout routines, then I will consider it. But by that time, I don't think that's gonna really be my main priority or my main goal. I never wanted to do it for a long time. I just wanted that what came with it. I didn't really want to be posting on social media that much. I just wanted the fans, the adoration, and the social validation from fucking strangers that I don't even know from doing all that. And I look at some of these major fitness influencers that have hundreds of thousands or even millions of followers on TikTok, but when you look at their long form content, that necessarily doesn't carry over. So I've seen people with hundreds of thousands of followers, of millions of followers, that doesn't necessarily carry over to their YouTube content. And it's hard to form a genuine bond, it's hard to form a genuine connection with your audience if you're only posting like 15 to 30 second or even 6 to 10 second clips. It's all short form content that is just ruining our attention spans, and I think it's just detrimental to society, because for Gen Z and the kids who grew up with TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, there's been studies where you statistically have trouble focusing on longer, more boring tasks that don't reward that same sense of instant gratification. That's why I've always now been trying to practice delayed gratification. I've been reading a lot more books since I deleted all my social media accounts. I've been doing self-study. I'm not going to get into the specific courses, but I've just been taking more time for myself and asking myself, who do I truly want to become and what values do I truly have? And like I said, my shift in values has completely changed. Before I wanted fame, money, clout. None of that really matters. I mean, money is nice, but the fame aspect that comes with it is not really that great. When I was younger, I wanted to be rich, but I didn't want to be famous because I wanted to be able to do whatever I wanted in my life and not have people recognize me. Somewhere down the line, that changed, and I wanted to be famous, and I wanted that social validation and that admiration, because I think I have some parts of me that I feel like I'm lacking, but I'm not going to find that through the adoration of random strangers on the internet that I know nothing about, that generally hide behind profile pictures, anonymous profiles, or profiles with private accounts, who aren't really able to gauge what kind of sense of person they are. And in social media these days, you can't really have meaningful discourse. It's just a one-way street. And with a lot of major influencers, I've noticed that there's somewhat of a parasocial relationship between their audience and them. Once you get to a certain point, you can't reply to every comment anymore. The bigger you grow as a social media influencer, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, there gets to a point where you cannot reply to every single comment. You literally can't engage with everyone, because that's going to take all of your time. And people have lives, so some people might hire an assistant or this or that to reply to comments to boost their engagement, all that social media crap, and then chasing the algorithm, which is another one. And I just don't want to be part of that anymore. It's just a waste of time, and it's just a waste of mental energy. I just want to be true to myself. And when I look at my early content, my first 3 to 5 videos, I was truly my authentic self, and somewhere along the line I lost that self, whether it was due to drugs, whether it was due to alcohol and cannabis, whether it was due to whatever the reason was. I started just chasing the validation. I just started getting really entrenched and hooked into that, and it led to the point where my mother said that I was too self-centered, where another person that I think this happened within a 2 weeks period, where another person who I looked up to called me too self-centered and told me to do a little bit of self-reflection, and I ignored his message. I was angry for weeks, if not months on end about that. I was like, bro, but you don't know. But they were completely right. I was too self-centered, and even in this channel right now that I have, this Mitro T channel, I'm just making videos about my life, but I'm not providing anyone else with the tools or value in my videos of how they can better their lives. Partly because I've had my ups and downs. I don't feel like I'm someone I have certain tools under my belt that I manage my life, I manage my stress, but I don't feel like I've made enough progress in my own journey to actually be able to teach authentically what has worked for me and what might work for you. Because what works for me might not necessarily work for you as a viewer. So in providing content that actually can bring value to you, but to a global scale or a bigger community, I have to think about other aspects of life, what other people are going through, because not everyone has the privilege of traveling around the world. Like some people, now I take walks in nature, I take walks in the park, but in the northern hemisphere, in like Europe, where I'm from, or North America or Canada, it's wintertime. It's tough to go outside on some days when it's a snow day, or it's like negative 20 degrees Celsius, negative 30 degrees Celsius, which some parts of Finland or Canada can be even worse. It's tough to go outside. It's tough to take daily walks outside. So oftentimes you are stuck inside, and that can cause major seasonal depression, where you have to take supplements like vitamin D. But I have this sort of disconnect with the overall picture, because I'm busy just currently focused on my own life and focused on my own changes. With that being said, hopefully through the lessons that I learn, through the books that I read, through the courses that I take, through the knowledge that I gain, and the wisdom that I gain from the knowledge, and the wisdom that I gain from the podcast, that I can actually apply that knowledge to my life to better my life. Hopefully in the future I can create content that can benefit others, but I want that content to be from a genuine place. And I'm not even going to lie to you guys, when I first started this YouTube channel, I wanted to sell fitness courses, I wanted to sell mindfulness courses, I wanted to monetize this channel and make money off of it. That is no longer the case. We have hit over 1,000 subscribers. We are a few hundred watch hours away from me monetizing this channel. But if you've noticed from my vlogs, I have a vlog channel. If you've noticed, sometimes in this channel even, I play copyrighted music. And I'm not going to get any money from the copyrighted music. So unless, if you've ever had ads in my videos, it's because of the copyrighted music. But I don't plan on selling out right now, at least. And I just want to express myself in the best way that I know how. There's certain music that I like listening to, that I like editing to, that just lets me express myself the way that I want. So I don't really care about the YouTube money. As a small creator, I'm not gonna get any crazy YouTube ad revenue and AdSense. I have a channel with over 8,000 subscribers, which is a gaming channel, but I've given up on that since I don't game anymore. Thank God. That was a massive waste of time personally for me. I'm not saying gaming is bad. There are some crack players out there. If you can make a career from that, then great, that's good for you. But that wasn't my case. Plus, I don't want to be stuck behind a computer screen multiple hours a day. And this is just another one of my rants. But I'm slowly taking the approach this year to strive for personal growth. Deleting social media, personally for me, not everyone has to do it, has had a huge shift on my mental health, because I'm someone who's constantly compared themselves to others. Ever since I was a teenager, ever since before I deleted Instagram, I would compare myself to my classmates. Even before I had Instagram, I would compare myself to classmates. I would compare myself to the athletes that were around the same age, achieving this or that. I was just like, oh, wow, why can't I be like them? But at the end of the day, you have to realize that we are in the right place at the right time. Everything happens for a reason. And it's really, truly up to us what to make of that. You can feel self-pity, you can feel sorrow, but at the end of the day, you have to take action to change your circumstances. You have to also, and you have to think about your values. And are these values truly sustainable? Will these values bring joy to my life, or will they just be detrimental to my growth and my mental health? And what kind of person do you want to be at the end of the day? So, to end this video and to end this little rant, I just want to say, every decision you make, every action you take is a vote for your future self. And we are all on different paths, we're all on different journeys. Just because someone's achieved something amazing or monumental that you don't think you can achieve, just give it time, because life and the universe, and if you believe in God, works in mysterious ways. There's always a reason why some of us get our flowers before the others. But the important thing is to just keep pushing through. And the important thing is to just stay true to yourself and truly authentic to yourself. Once you lose that authenticity, you generally start to steer off and veer off the path that you were meant for and destined for. And that's what I truly believe. I've gotten some advice from mentors. I've gotten some advice from some great people who built some great businesses, or were the founders of the first business before they sold it off to another person. I'm not going to get into specific details about that. I will throughout later story times. There's a lot about my life that you guys don't know. I just share the down bad moments in the recent years, but I've had the pleasure of meeting some incredible people. But I've never truly capitalized on any of that. And I think for so long in my life, I closed myself off of everyone, including my own friends. And I just created the mess that I'm in. I have to take responsibility and accountability for that. I used to blame others for my situation, but at the end of the day, it was truly my own fault. And now taking responsibility for that and actually realizing that has had a massive effect on my life. Because I know that I can do better, and I know that I want to be better, but it's going to take a lot of work. And like I said, it's not always going to be a fun time. There's going to be moments of life where you're generally feeling sad, you're feeling depressed, but you just have to suck it up and just keep moving. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. Ancient Japanese proverb. So keep your head up, whatever you're going through. Fight the obstacles, and when you come out on the other side, you're going to be a stronger and more resilient individual. ready to tackle the problems that life is inevitably going to throw at you, because problems never stop. We just get better at dealing with them. So, with that being said, your boy Mitra out. Peace. Love you guys, and like I said, right now I'm just going to try and practice being more mindful, but more importantly, living in the present moment, figuring out who I am on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, that's truly it. I'm just trying to be my authentic self, man. This is a video diary of my life. One day I'm gonna look back at this and I'm gonna laugh. But it's gonna be beautiful, because I want to see how far I've come. So I wish nothing but the best for the people that are watching this. If you're going through a hard time, remember, the sun always rises through the darkest of nights. Nothing lasts forever. You just have to truly believe in yourself. And if you don't right now, then just keep pushing forward, and one day that belief will come. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. So, your boy Misha, peace.